On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Inescapable.
Impossible to avoid or evade.
Examples:
Inescapable fate. An inescapable position. The consequences of his actions were inescapable, and he had to face the consequences.
Typewriter.
A mechanical device used for writing, consisting of type keys that, when pressed, imprint ink onto paper or other writing material, mainly used before modern computers, printers, and word processors took over.
Examples:
Typewriter keys. Electronic typewriter. I found an old typewriter at a thrift store and used it to write my novel.
Ethereal.
Delicate, light, and airy, extremely refined or subtle, heavenly or spiritual.
Examples:
Ethereal beauty. Ethereal light. The ethereal music created a dreamlike atmosphere in the concert hall.
Adaptable.
Able or willing to modify or be modified to deal with new situations.
Examples:
Adaptable enough for the environment. An adaptable person. We seek a candidate who possesses adaptable fighting potential.
Drawback.
A disadvantage or inconvenience that makes something less attractive.
Examples:
The drawback of his method. One of the main drawbacks. He pointed out all the drawbacks to our plan.
Condense.
To reduce the volume or size of something, often by removing water or other liquid, to make something shorter, more concise, or more concentrated.
Examples:
Condense the text. Condense water vapor. I need to condense all of my notes into a manageable summary for my presentation.
Serif.
A small decorative stroke or design element added to the ends of the main strokes of a letter or other character in certain typefaces, often used to enhance legibility or create a specific style.
Examples:
Serif font. Serif typeface. The book designer chose a font with an elegant serif to enhance readability.
Compress.
To press or squeeze together to make something take up less space.
Examples:
Compress the chest. Compress gas. She compressed the files into a single zip archive to save space on her computer.
Determinant.
A factor, circumstance, or condition that contributes to the shaping, influencing, or determining of a particular outcome or result.
Examples:
Environmental determinant. A determinant of crop yields. One determinant of success is having a positive attitude and a strong work ethic.
Instinct.
An inborn behavioral pattern that is often responsive to specific stimuli, an innate feeling that causes you to act or believe that something is true.
Examples:
Instinct for self-preservation. Aggressive instinct. When faced with a dangerous situation, his initial instinct was to flee.
Nostalgia.
A sentimental longing or wistful affection for a period in the past.
Examples:
A warm nostalgia. Nostalgia trip. The ice cream truck sound brought back nostalgia for my childhood.
Centennial.
A 100th anniversary or celebration of an event that occurred 100 years ago.
Examples:
Centennial Park. Centennial history. The town celebrated its centennial with a parade and fireworks display.
Baptize.
To make someone officially a member of the Christian church by baptism, equals a form of Christian ritual purification.
Examples:
Baptize a baby. Baptize with water. The priest baptized my father on his deathbed.
Rotary.
Relating to, revolving around, or characterized by rotation or revolving motion.
Examples:
Rotary motion. Rotary tool. The rotary engine is known for its smooth and efficient operation.
Kerosene.
A flammable, colorless, or pale yellow liquid derived from the distillation of petroleum, used as a fuel for lamps, stoves, and heaters.
Examples:
Kerosene stove. Burning kerosene. The lamp in the cabin burned kerosene for light.
Hospitable.
Friendly and generous to visitors or guests.
Examples:
Hospitable environment. A hospitable welcome. He is a good-natured and hospitable man.
Typography.
The art or process of printing with type, the design, layout, and arrangement of printed material, including text and images.
Examples:
Typography skills. Typography layout. I love the bold typography used in this book's chapter heading.
Infancy.
The state or period of being a baby or very young child.
Examples:
Infancy stage. In early infancy. The technology is still in its infancy and has much room for improvement.
Raster.
A grid pattern of pixels used to represent an image or facilitate the display of graphics in computer systems.
Examples:
Raster scanning. Color raster. The graphic designer used a raster image to create a realistic digital painting.
Chew.
To crush or grind something, especially food, with the teeth and then swallow it.
Examples:
Chew each word. Chew a stick of gum. My dog loves to chew on bones.
Crotch.
The part of the body between the legs where they join the torso, including the area around the genitals.
Examples:
Crotch portion. Crotch of trousers. She kicked him hard in the crotch.
Artifact.
A person-made object, especially one of historical or cultural interest.
Examples:
Paleolithic artifacts. Peruvian artifacts. The museum has a vast collection of Greek artifacts.
Undesirable.
Not wanted or looked upon favorably, unwanted or unpleasant in nature, character, or appearance.
Examples:
Undesirable outcome. Undesirable behavior. The smell of the garbage was very undesirable.
Outset.
The beginning of something.
Examples:
Month's outset. The outset of the crisis. At the outset of the project, we encountered several obstacles.
Typeset.
To arrange and format text or material for printing, typically in a specified font, size, and layout. To compose or arrange written material in a particular style or format for publication.
Examples:
Typeset document. Typeset layout. I need to typeset the manuscript before sending it to the publisher.
Polygonal.
Having multiple straight sides or angles, characterized by a shape or structure composed of straight lines or flat surfaces, often forming closed figures such as polygons.
Examples:
Polygonal shape. A polygonal design. The architect designed a beautiful polygonal building with multiple facets.
Chamfer.
A beveled or angled edge or surface, typically created by cutting or shaping a right-angled corner or edge, often used to prevent sharpness or to create aesthetic appeal.
Examples:
Chamfer on the bolt holes. Chamfer tool. The chamfer angle on this table's edges gives it a sleek and modern look.
Compaction.
The act or process of compacting or pressing something together, often reducing its volume or increasing its density. The state of being densely packed or pressed together, compression or consolidation.
Examples:
Compaction equipment. Compaction of snow. The compaction of the soil made it difficult for the plants to grow deep roots.
Non-existent.
Not real, not existing or having no real existence.
Examples:
Non-existent resources. Presently non-existent. The evidence for this theory is non-existent.
Pique.
A feeling of irritation or resentment, often caused by a perceived slight or insult. Verb, to cause to feel resentment or indignation.
Examples:
Out of pique. Pique the curiosity. He slammed the door in a fit of pique.
Persevere.
To persist in the course of action, despite opposition or difficulty. To continue with determination despite setbacks, obstacles, or discouragement.
Examples:
Persevere through hardships. Persevere in my goals. Even when faced with challenges, it's important to persevere and never give up.
Fussy.
Excessively concerned with minor details and trivialities, easily irritated or bothered by small annoyances, requiring or showing excessive attention or care.
Examples:
Fussy eater. Fussy cat. The baby's fussy behavior indicated that she was not feeling well.
Parable.
A short allegorical story designed to illustrate a moral or spiritual lesson.
Examples:
Parable story. Biblical parable. Jesus quoted parables to teach important lessons to his disciples.
Misunderstand.
To interpret or understand something in the wrong way.
Examples:
Misunderstand each other. Misunderstand entirely about her. You should not misunderstand the meaning of freedom.
Apropos.
Concerning a particular topic, fitting or appropriate in a given situation. Adverb, at the right time, incidentally, or by the way.
Examples:
Apropos expression. Arrived apropos. His apropos of nothing comment about the weather caught everyone off guard during the business meeting.
Foresee.
To perceive or predict, to anticipate or expect something to happen in the future.
Examples:
Foresee the consequences. Foresee challenges. I foresee a problem arising if we don't address this issue now.
Stopgap.
Something intended for temporary use while you are looking for something more suitable.
Examples:
A stopgap budget. Stopgap remedy. He had no choice but to adopt a stopgap measure because of his limited budget.
Superimpose.
To place, layer, or overlay one thing on top of another, typically in such a way that both are still visible. To add or combine something additional into an existing structure, design, or system.
Examples:
Superimpose image. Superimpose text. The graphic designer will superimpose the logo over the image in the brochure.
Bitmap.
A type of digital image or graphic representation in which each pixel is individually defined and mapped out in a grid pattern.
Examples:
Bitmap file, bitmap image. The graphic designer converted the logo into a bitmap format for better resolution and clarity.
Synchronize.
To happen or cause to happen at the same time or rate.
Examples:
Synchronize movements. Synchronize our watches. The ball speed will increase when the lower body movements are perfectly synchronized.
Bricklayer.
A person who lays bricks to construct buildings or walls.
Examples:
Bricklayer's trowel, bricklayer foreman. The bricklayer's work transformed the plain building into a beautiful structure.
Symmetrical.
Having similarity in size, shape, and relative position of corresponding parts.
Examples:
Symmetrical triangle, symmetrical pattern. This figure is symmetrical about the x-axis.
Lowercase.
A letter or typeface that is small in size and typically sits below the baseline of a line of text, opposite of uppercase.
Examples:
Lowercase alphabet. Change to lowercase. Please type your password in all lowercase letters.
Pragmatist.
A person who practically approaches situations and problems, someone who prioritizes usefulness and functionality over abstract principles or ideals.
Examples:
Pragmatist perspective. A true pragmatist. As a pragmatist, she always focuses on finding practical solutions to problems.
Idealist.
A person who is guided by ideals or principles rather than practical considerations or reality. A person who seeks to achieve a particular vision or goal for the betterment of society or humanity.
Examples:
Idealist at heart. An idealist perspective. As a dedicated idealist, she always fought for what was right, no matter the cost.
Temperament.
A person's nature or disposition, especially as it permanently affects their behavior.
Examples:
The temperament of an engineer. A hysterical temperament. She has a calm temperament and never gets overly upset or angry.
Italic.
Referring to a style of writing or typeface in which the letters are slanted to the right, creating a distinctive look, often used for emphasis or to indicate a foreign word or title.
Examples:
Italic lettering. Write in italic. I need to use an italic font for emphasis in this paragraph.
Jagged.
Having a rough and sharply uneven surface or outline.
Examples:
Jagged edges. the jagged outline of the crags. There are several jagged limestone peaks throughout the mountains.
Slant.
To lean or slope in a particular direction, to present or interpret information or a situation in a biased or distorted way.
Examples:
Slant upward. Slant a hat. The news article slanted the story in favor of one political party.
Improvisation.
The act of making something up on the spot or creating or performing something without preparation.
Examples:
Improvisation on stage. Jazz improvisation. He created a beautiful piece of music using only improvisation.
Photometer.
An instrument used to measure the intensity of light or other forms of radiation, which typically measures the amount of brightness or luminosity emitted by a source.
Examples:
Spectral photometer. Handheld photometer. The scientist used a digital photometer to measure the light intensity in the experiment.
Aliasing.
In digital signal processing, a distortion or artifact that occurs when a higher frequency signal is improperly sampled or represented, resulting in false or misleading information being recorded or displayed.
Examples:
Aliasing effect. Frequency aliasing. The picture suffers from severe spatial aliasing, making it difficult to interpret the finer details.
Outlive.
To live longer than another person.
Examples:
Outlive its usefulness. Outlive our child. She outlived her husband for many years.
Attrition.
A process of weakening someone or something, especially an enemy, by continuously attacking or causing issues for them.
Examples:
A war of attrition. High attrition rates. They are attempting to prevent the attrition of their rights.